Bonjour à tous. Welcome to IFT French Podcast. I'm thrilled to be with you today to discuss three essential concepts that can really enrich your French: the Gérondif, the Subjonctif, and the Plus-que-parfait. So, grab a coffee, get comfortable, and let's dive into the fascinating world of French grammar. Let's start with the Gérondif. The Gerondif is a verbal form used to express simultaneous actions or indicate a cause. To form the Gerondif, you use en followed by the present participle of the verb. For example, if I say, en mangeant, je regarde un film, it means while eating, I am watching a movie. This shows that I am doing both actions at the same time. Imagine you are preparing a meal. You might say, en cuisinant, j'écoute de la musique, which means, while cooking, I listen to music. This indicates that you are multitasking, which is often the reality in our busy lives. The Gerondif is also very useful for expressing cause. For example, en étudiant, je progresse translates to, by studying, I make progress. Here, studying is the reason for my progress. You could also say, en pratiquant le français tous les jours, je deviens plus confiant, meaning, by practicing French every day, I become more confident. Another way to use the Gérondif is to express a condition. For instance, en travaillant dur, tu réussiras means, by working hard, you will succeed. This indicates that hard work is the condition for success. Remember, using the Gerondif can make your sentences more interesting and varied. Try to incorporate it into your daily conversations. It's an excellent way to make your speech flow better. Now let's move on to the subjunctif. The subjunctive. This can seem a bit complicated, but it is essential for expressing emotions, doubts, or wishes. For example, you might say, il faut que tu étudies, which means you must study. Here, que tu étudies is in the subjonctif, showing a necessity. Another example could be, je souhaite que tu réussisses à l'examen, meaning, I wish that you succeed in the exam. This is a beautiful way to express a wish. The subjunctive is often used after expressions like, il est important que, it is important that, je doute que, I doubt that, or je préfère que, I prefer that. For example, il est important que nous parlions français tous les jours, translate to, it is important that we speak French every day. This emphasizes the necessity of daily practice. There are also irregular verbs in the subjonctif, such as être, which becomes soit, avoir, which becomes aille, and aller, which becomes aille. These irregularities can be a bit confusing, but with practice you'll master them. For instance, you might say, je suis content que tu sois ici, meaning, I am happy that you are here. This shows your joy in having someone with you. To help remember the conjugations, I recommend creating flashcards or using language apps that allow you to practice the subjunctive interactively. The more familiar you become with these structures, the more natural they will feel. Finally, let's talk about the plus-que-parfait. This tense is used to talk about an action that took place before another past action. For example, j'avais déjà mangé quand il est arrivé means I had already eaten when he arrived. This shows that the action of eating occurred before the person arrived. It's very useful for telling stories or recounting events. To form the plus-que-parfait, you use the auxiliary verb avoir or être in the imperfect tense, followed by the past participle of the verb. For example, j'avais parlé, I had spoken, or tu étais allé, you had gone. This creates a chain of events that helps clarify when each action occurred. You can also use the plus-que-parfait to express regret. For example, si j'avais su, je ne serais pas venu translates to if I had known, I would not have come. This shows that you regret not knowing something in advance. To practice, try telling a story using the plus-que-parfait. For example, avant de partir en vacances, j'avais préparé mes valises, meaning, before leaving for vacation, I had packed my bags. This will help you get used to using this tense in various contexts. So, to summarize, the Gerondif is great for expressing simultaneous actions and causes. The subjunctive is used to express emotions and doubts. And the plus-que-parfait is essential for talking about past actions that occurred before other actions. I encourage you to practice these structures in your conversations. Listen to French podcasts, read books, and try writing journals using the Gérondif, the subjunctif, and the plus-que-parfait. The more you practice, the more natural it will become. Thank you for listening today. I hope these explanations will help you improve your French. Don't hesitate to come back and listen to this episode several times to fully grasp these concepts. À la prochaine fois.